Hello, viewers, and welcome to today's slightly different episode of Disappointed Dragon. All of you are welcome, except for you. You know who you are. Go on, get out, shoot, go. Alright, now that he's gone, let's continue. So today, as opposed to opening a blind bag or trading cards, as has become the norm, we're going to be building things, because I was told by one of my friends that he quite enjoyed when I built those creepy Lego Pokemon about a year ago. The video only went up about 2 months ago, but I built it over a year ago and then didn't put the video up because procrastination is king. Hopefully that doesn't happen with this video either. But because this is the Disappointed Dragon channel, we couldn't do name brand Lego. Oh, no. We have to do rip-off Lego, as you can see. So again, we got these from the lovely Dollarama dollar store by my house because I am cheap and I have impulse control problems. So they only had a couple of different flavors. I picked these two. As far as fake Lego goes, the packaging on these is actually quite nice. Like, it's got a logo, max build more. I won't build a lot more. I'll build 2, so, you know, that's at least something. 100+ pieces. Doesn't actually tell you how many pieces. That's a bit worrying. And then it's got the, of course, Lego Man in the window. And if you can see, it's a very odd design. So it's not quite Lego. It's obviously not stolen right from, like, we've got a ninja here with 2 swords riding a dragon. Definitely not a mold stolen from Ninjago. It is 100% stolen from Ninjago. I think I actually had this official Ninjago build at one point. And compatible with major brands, that means Lego. And or Mega Constructs, the Mega Blocks. And then we look on the back, it actually does. Oh, that's quite nice. I wish they kind of had this for Lego, of course, with some of the bigger kits. That would be impossible, but it has all the different pieces listed on the back. Look at that. I don't think this is more than 100 pieces. Oh, okay, so there's only actually 3 kits. We've got the Knight's Castle, which we've got there, and we've got Space Hunter, which definitely isn't ripping off any computer games at all. Is this more than 100 pieces? Quick, someone, do the math. Me, do the math. Put it in the video. Edit it in, right there. Right where I'm pointing. Right there. That's how many pieces it is. Is it more than 100? If it is, yay, truth in advertising. If it isn't, shame on you, max value. All right. So it's got the ages 3 up thing here, so we're well within that age range. That's excellent. Good. Perfect. Again, more dragon attack, 100+. Bits and bobs. Close up of our ninja friend, and we'll look at this one when we get to building them. Actually, I'm just going to lang that to the side loudly. We'll get into this. My friend was saying he enjoyed watching me build these things and, you know, prattling on as I'm building Lego. I don't think it's that entertaining, but he's my most consistent viewer. Oh, dear. I don't know if you can see that, but he's trapped in a weird plastic bubble. I'm going to have to destroy the box to get him out. One moment. Oh, he's really in there. How did they expect people to get this out? See, if I was a child and didn't just have the, you know, maturity of a child, how would I ever get this out? Oh! Screaming noises of horror. Jeez, this is... So, he's completely unsealed in this. Is he some kind of horrible criminal that they had to encase him in plastic that if he ever gets out, the world will be ended? Because, you know, I'm going to let him out. But, it's a little bit more difficult than it should be. Ah, there we go. Okay, we've got him out. I don't know why I'm making these grunts of horrible pain when really this isn't taking that much effort. Okay, give him his sword. Oh no. Oh dear. Okay, good. He can hold his sword. I was about to say. No, but it's backwards. Doing this all half off the camera, out of focus. Come on. Grip your sword, ninja. There we are. Okay. Zooming in. Okay, so first things first. How good is the little Lego man? Surprisingly, not bad. He is quite solid. Oh. Look, he's got a very smarmy smile under that bandana. I actually quite like the look on his face, like, hey, baby, hey. Okay. It's got little ball joints in his arms. Stop focusing on my hands. There we go. Ball joints in his arms. Ball joints in his legs. Hip swivel. A backpack for his swords. Hair. And a bandana. The swords are... Phil, focus on them. Weak rubber. I don't quite like that. I would have preferred if those were plastic, but that's really nothing. I think I paid $4 for this kit. The equivalent kit from Lego was, I believe, $9.97. So, not bad. And that's a pretty impressive Lego man. I actually quite like it. I like him better than a regular Lego man, so that's something. We've got the mighty instructions, which I will be following off to the side because I can't be bothered to have it in screen. And we're going to get this done. I think I'm actually probably going to do these in 2 separate videos. It's going to take way too long, and I will have to prattle on far too much to do both of them in one. So we'll have to speak about old Nighty Boy in the next one. But don't worry, because I'm lazy. I'll definitely film that one right after this one, and probably schedule them to come out 1 week after each other, unless I want to be evil. I don't know. I'm not really feeling that evil these days. I'm not really sure who I'd be torturing with that. Probably just myself, to be honest, which is not that unlikely. Okay, so I'm looking at these instructions. How difficult to go into. And actually, let's just take a look at this. Let's just take a feel of these pieces here. Let's zoom in. Oh, they've even put the name on the pieces, Max, completely replicating the whole branded Lego on the pieces. And actually, they feel all right. We've not stuck any together yet, so, you know, they might be great. Oh, no, I didn't make the sound effect. It's over. The one thing my channel had that was consistent was me making silly sound effects as I zoomed in and out. And now I've stopped doing that, so all is ruined and all is awful in the world. And there shall be sadness and crying amongst the masses. There won't be, if in case anyone was worried. There really won't be. I promise you, no one actually cares. Well, except for me, I care. Yeah, well, first impressions that the pieces go together well. I don't know. Well, we won't know how well they stick together until, you know, we've put the whole thing together. And of course, I wanted to say that they're just like straight rip-offs of Lego pieces, but I don't think they are. These are a different shape than Lego pieces. So I think that they're just, you know, using the mold and not necessarily the straight-up Legos. So here's the issue I'm having here. If these instructions don't give you like a piece representation as to what the pieces are supposed to be... Oh, I dropped it. So you're kind of just guessing based off of the picture. And it's not fantastic, I'll be honest with you. It's not fantastic, and I think I'm doing this right, but... Oh, dear goodness, it's not giving you any hand-holding whatsoever. Oh, boy. So, we are intelligent. We can figure this out. We're not that intelligent, I'm afraid. Just pretend that we are for 5 minutes. This video is probably going to be significantly longer than 5 minutes, I have to tell you right now. I'm not very good at... I suffer from this thing. You see, when I'm building Lego, I can never find a piece. It happens every time. There will be one piece that I can just not find, no matter how hard I look for it. And when I can't find that piece, you know, it's just going to be awful in every way. Oh, yeah, that's supposed to be there. Sure. And I'm assuming this is supposed to be mirrored, so I certainly hope these are the right pieces, he says, knowing that they aren't. My train of thought just crashed and died, and all of the passengers with it. There is no thoughts left in my head. Well, that's a morbid thought. So far, so good. Again, the pieces are sticking together pretty well. I can't complain about this so far. I myself have really gained an appreciation for the old fake Legos. There's a warehouse by my house, I think I've mentioned it before, where they sell like warehouse sales and just stuff left over from dollar store inventories and things like that, but they also have a very large amount of just rip-off Lego from China and other countries, which when I just feel like I want to do some building because, you know, I don't have millions of dollars to spend on actual Lego, it's quite nice. And for the most part, I've actually gotten some, I've not been burned too much by it. For the most part, it's actually like, you know, it's not good quality by any means. A lot of it is just like fair, but fair is, you know, good enough when you're poor. Not that I'm poor in any way. I've got all the monies. I definitely don't waste it all on trading card games and fake Legos. That's definitely not a thing that Nathaniel does. And if you believe that, I have a bridge to sell you. It's called the Patello. It might actually be called the Patullo. I could be pronouncing it wrong, as some people have told me, but, you know, that's neither here nor there. And for almost all of my viewers, well, anyway, if anyone ever watches this who isn't one of my friends, they're going to have no idea what I'm talking about because, you know, they're not in this part of the world. That doesn't necessarily mean that they can't find out, though. It should be pretty easy to find. Good luck spelling that name, though, I guess, actually, if you're not from around here. You probably... I did this completely wrong, didn't I? Yeah. Yes, I did. I don't... One moment, please. What did I do? This is correct. Oh, I'm being bass-ackwards, it would seem. So, we have gone and put this together very wrong, it would seem. That's supposed to be down, apparently. Okay. I'm doing this all off camera, so you guys have no idea what I'm doing, but I'm fixing my mistakes. Don't worry about it. It's fine. I definitely didn't completely mess up. I did. I messed up quite badly, actually. It's, yeah. So, I'm very confused now, as it is. Does that go like... I think that goes like that. Okay, so we're back. I've fixed it. You probably can't tell the difference, but I had things quite backwards. I'm showing my bass-awkwardness, which is always an embarrassment. This is coming across quite orange on the camera, but it's actually a nice red color. Like it's not that orange in real life. It's a nice vibrant red. I wouldn't say a cherry red, because cherry's got a little bit more purple in it. So this is why I didn't want to do videos where I'm talking while I'm building the entire thing, because I don't really have much to talk about, so I just kind of ramble. And I suppose some people might find it relaxing to listen to rambling. I myself have enjoyed it every now and again, but I'm lost now. What have I done? Oh, dear goodness, I've done it again. Just, these instructions are not what I would call good. They're quite difficult to figure out. Does this go here like that? Oh, look, the dragon's head is coming together. Sort of. That's not the right piece. No, that's not the right piece either, Nathaniel. You're still being best. No, my goodness, Glacius. There we go. That goes there. If I were a piece... Oh dear. I hope this doesn't commit the cardinal sin of fake Legos as told to me by one of my favorite YouTubers. And that would be Stuart Ashen. I quite enjoy his channel. But the patron sin of fake Lego. No, the patron saint of fake Lego is probably Poundland in the UK and Dollarama in Canada. But no, the cardinal sin of fake Lego is to have a piece missing. I mean, that's the sin of all Lego, to be brutally honest. But and I actually have had I've not had any of my fake Legos be missing a piece, but I have in fact had real Lego missing a piece, which is very depressing when you come down to it. Actually, it was my I had a what is that game called? The one with Mercy in it. The game I've never actually played. Overwatch. That's the game. I bought an Overwatch Bastion Lego kit because it looked really cool with some trade value I had from a toy store that used to do trades here. And I was putting it together. It was brand new, never been opened, and it was missing a piece. A very vital structural piece. Luckily, I have a lot of Lego, so I was able to get a piece that was at least close to the piece that was missing. Like, it was the right piece. I think it was actually missing one of these 2x2s. And I found one of a similar color, but it wasn't the exact right color. So actually there is a part of my Bastion that is the wrong color. I think it's the gray, maybe. I can't remember the exact part it was, but it's the wrong color. And you can't really tell because it was a part that was like structural, I think, on his backpack. So although it was necessary for the figure to be completed, it was not like a front and center piece that was going to show off the whole thing, which is, it still was a problem. I was a little bit upset by the fact that it was missing, because, I think it was like a $70 kit, so having that piece missing was a bit of a bummer. I will tell you that. It was a bummer. So, what do we have now? So I'm trying to figure out some of these instructions, and again, they're not very well explained because it's just pictures. I mean, I know that most mainline Lego ones are also just pictures. Don't get me wrong, I understand. I'm not crazy, I swear. Just slightly imbalanced. But at least with the regular Lego, they show you what pieces you need on each page of the instructions, so you can build it without too much difficulty. You know what pieces to grab. This one does not do that at all. And in fact, I think I've done this completely wrong. Yes, I have. There we go. Because again, it does not give you... That is not a structurally sound connection. I do not like that. So I'm going to complain about it in a second once I've got it together. But before we complain, we'll put it together the rest of the way. Okay, so I'm complaining because these two pieces are being held in by these top two pieces. There's nothing connecting them at the bottom, so they're not, it's not structurally sound. I'm hoping that eventually this will be solved by other pieces being placed on top, and it's looking like that might be somewhat of the case. So I don't know. I think that this is stolen right off of a Ninjago kit. So if that is the case, it's probably fairly structurally sound when it's completed. At least it would be if it was made of Lego. Because, Lego is... They spend an awful lot of money on... What do they call them? Modelers? Lego modelers? Or Lego engineers? I think they have some kind of crazy name, because I remember wanting to be one at one point, because it was... They would on occasion have like tryouts where you could go in and they do like these weird tests where you'd have to build certain things to see what your creativity was like, if you could make things work with Lego, and etc., etc. It was quite crazy, and it would have been great, but I believe that you had to work in Denmark or something like that. And although that would have been a great, fantastic job, I think I'll stick with my boring paperwork. Lego is a young man's game. I don't think it is. I mean, Legoland does have that rule where adults are not allowed to be unaccompanied by a minor when they go to Legoland, which I think is hilarious. Also a little bit saddening because I don't really know any kids. Not that you could go anywhere right now anyways, because, the world is kind of closed, but, it does mean that if I was able to travel to Denmark, I would not be allowed to enter Legoland because I wouldn't have a minor with me. Which is too bad, because Legoland is really cool. From the book my aunt gave me when I was a child that showed pictures of the things that are set up in Legoland, even though I think I got that book when I was like 15. So chances are it's a very different park now, but that's neither here nor there. Oh, yeah, that goes there. Clack. I'm not supposed to put this part on yet. I'm a rebel. That's one of the last things. I'm definitely not supposed to put this on yet. Oh, no! I've broken him. There we go. It did kind of shatter there as I was putting his body together. Now, I don't think that that's necessarily a problem with the fake Lego itself. I feel like even with actual Lego, the connections on this are a little bit tenuous. There's a bunch of pieces that are just connected by one stud friction, which is not amazing when it comes to these things. You'd want a little bit more of a connection than that. But as you can see, we're nearly there. I think we're just about done here. This didn't take quite as long as I had thought it would, which is great. Oh no, oh no. Pulling my hands off the screen. No, you dirty, dirty cheater. I don't know why I'm calling myself a cheater for building Lego off screen. It's not like I can, like... I've got another piece of Lego hidden off screen that I'm pulling on to pull the wool over your eyes. I'm not sure what that would accomplish, to be honest with you. I don't... Does that... Oh. Oh, I don't think I've seen this piece before. Is that an official Lego piece? Or is this something that they've invented on their own? I'm afraid I'm not quite up to date on my Legos. Although I have purchased some very expensive Lego. There was that big T-Rex I showed off in one of my other videos. I spent an awful lot of money on that. But that was... the newest set I've bought. Besides, of course, I did also buy the Lego Mario Special Edition set there, where you build a NES console, TV, and cartridge. That was one of the coolest things I've ever gotten, and it's up on my shelf over there. I can't show it to you right now though, because it's off screen and I can't be bothered. Yes, I know, laziness. So one thing I'm not liking about this Lego, and we'll get into that a little bit in a second once I've put his arms on, is I can see some of the tolerances on this Lego are not as good as like real Lego. And I know I'm calling it Lego, and this really isn't Lego. This is more constructs. No, Max. Build more Max. That's what it is. The ball joints, they're awful. They're very weak. If I was to use these bits with the other rip-off Lego or regular Lego that I have, it would not hold together well. It's awful. I'm also finding that the single stud pieces like this, they're coming off real easy. Although that is similar with real Lego, so that might just be because it's just one stud. But yeah, it's not feeling good. It's a little bit of a pain. And it looks like we're actually just finished off now. Although I might have missed some things because I've got a lot of pieces left. So maybe I wasn't paying good enough attention. Maybe that's the problem. Let me just peruse these instructions here to see if I missed something. Because I've got these... No, I definitely didn't miss anything. Why does it have those pieces then? What are they for? I don't understand. Why have they given me these pieces but nowhere to put them? Okay, well, we'll talk about that in a second, but first I'm just gonna quickly put this guy together the rest of the way. Oh, that's awful. Oh, I don't like that at all. Oh, that's just bad. As I continue to say this without showing you. No, I don't like that at all. You can see how his feet go on. His feet are just these little sloped pieces with the little claws on the end. They just go on like that. And as you can see, he has a massive head. A very massive head for his little itty-bitty body. and he can't stand, like, at all. Maybe if I was to move him around a bit, he would stand, but no, I'd have to get his arms to support him, I think, would be the only way to get him to stand, and even then, I don't think he will, because his arms don't actually reach down. Oh, no, he does, okay. What I was complaining about is it comes with these, like, half-cylinder type deals, these dishes, I guess, convex dishes, and they're nowhere in the instructions, and you'd think that they're just extra pieces, but they're listed in the piece count, right there, 4 of them. But I swear, unless I'm dumb, and you guys can see it and I can't, but I don't see anywhere in these instructions where those are supposed to go. Like, not a single spot on this do I see. So, yeah, no, I don't know. Also, where are you supposed to go? Because you're supposed to ride on... Oh, dear. Oh, well. That's just not cool. Single pieces. Also, this guy is supposed to ride on this thing somehow. That's what it shows on the packaging. Shows him riding. I think he's supposed to somehow go back here. But I don't know how you would put him in there. Are you just supposed to, like, shove him in or something? Or take these bits off so he can stand? I don't know. It's kind of a derpy looking little dragon thing. Like, it's not awful. I don't dislike it. There's some pretty cool pieces in there that you could do some stuff with. But like I was saying, I'm a big fan of these, like, ball joint bits for building things with. But they're very weak. These rip-off ones. I've had better rip-off ones that have much nicer pieces. Actually, surprisingly, the hinged bits in between here, those pieces are really good. Ignore the writing on the back of my hand. It's just reminding myself that I owe money. As always. I'm sure many people do. Those hinge pieces are really nice, but the ball joints are just not great. The plastic they've made them out of doesn't really work. The Lego ones, I think, have a little bit of a more rubbery feel on these bits, or at least they used to. I don't know if they still do, but they're just nicer. I like the Lego Man. It's quite stiff right now. I can see in the future that this plastic might degrade and start to snap pretty easily because it's not, like, as good as the other ones. But, I mean, you just can't say no to a face like that. Like, that's a winner right there. That's just proving to you that this is better than Lego in every way. That smile will convince you of anything. But, I mean, that's it for this one. I mean, there's not much else to say about it. I don't dislike it. I think it's fine. You can't see it because I'm too far zoomed in. It's fine. Well worth the $4, I think. It wasted, like... How long is this video? 30 minutes of my time on it. Can't complain. Lego bits and bobs to throw in with my other collection. So, you know what? I had a good time with that. Hopefully you enjoyed my horrible rambling. I'm not sure how you could have, but yeah, that'll do it for this episode. We'll do the Knight's Castle on the next one. We'll do another build where I'll ramble incoherently for 30-ish minutes, and we'll build a very oddly green castle. But until then, stay happy, stay healthy, and if you're going to buy fake Lego, you know, don't get too excited. Just enjoy it for what it is. A cheap pastime that won't require you to sell your kidneys in order to build it. Bye-bye.